What's going on to all my YouTube viewers and subscribers? This is Jay Silver, and I'm here doing a dual commentary with my boy Just.
Hey, how you doing, guys?
And today is the 12th, and we're going to talk about Nexus 4, blackop2, and the new Droid DNA, which Verizon accidentally confirmed. And I want to start with the Nexus 4 because the Nexus 4 is pretty much Google gonna allow us to buy at midnight, and I want to know all the people who's gonna buy it tonight at midnight. So what do you think about this Nexus 4, Just?
Well, I can tell you this. I'm definitely not buying it at midnight. I really don't like the product that Google decided to put out this time around with an LG model Nexus device.
Man, all the Nexus buffs out there are not going to really like that.
Well, it is a very good phone. It is personally, under the hood, is very good. It comes with a really nice processor, stock Jelly Bean, which everyone likes. But to me, the phone, LG is not really my number one electronic go-to brand. And personally, I think the phone is ugly as hell, man. That back with the glass design thing, I don't know. It looks like they tried to get really fancy and it didn't really work out. And I'm not very big on buying LG products anyway, especially phones. I can't remember the last memorable LG phone that someone was like, oh man, I gotta go get this LG phone, man. I can't wait. Yeah, it doesn't exist.
I remember the G2X made a lot of noise back when it came out. It was a very good dual core, had stock Android. I mean, it had a lot of issues with the software, but as far as the hardware goes, it was pretty much ahead of its time with speed and responsiveness, if you remember.
So LG made the G2X for T-Mobile?
Yeah.
Yes. That phone was pretty good. It was pretty good, but it wasn't really a standout or a flagship, or it didn't make as much noise as the Galaxy S3. So, it's me personally. Anyway, it's a good deal at the price point that they set for this new Nexus device.
Yeah, that's pretty much why. Well, I'm on Verizon, so I'm pretty much going to get it because I had a Galaxy Nexus for the Verizon version, and I'm still interested in this Galaxy Nexus. I mean, I kind of agree with you at the back. I'm not really digging it, looking from the outside in, but I don't like to judge things too harshly or too much without getting it in my hands and putting it through its paces. But for the price point, quad core, $300 for the 8 gig, $350 for the 16 gig. It's like that's pretty much outstanding and unheard of for a cell phone. Period. Phones usually come out around the $500, $600, $700 price mark, and for them to kind of give you what you get for that price range, very interesting. And I will be ordering mine while I'm waiting online for my Black Ops 2 at midnight, and hopefully I'll get it next day shipping. I was reading an article recently saying, if I go overnight, I would literally have it the next day because they'll be shipping the same exact day as you order it. Depending on how many orders they get spammed, we'll see how that goes.
Well, about the Nexus, beefy processor, stock Android, or complete with updates, comes with updates really faster than any other Android device. The price point is amazing, but still, the phone is butt ugly, man.
I mean, when you say ugly, I can kind of say that, alright, it got thicker from the original GSM Galaxy Nexus. So that's kind of a little turn off because usually as phones go on, they get thinner and lighter. But that phone kind of got thicker. And another thing, looking from the outside in that I don't agree on, that instead of having a removable back like almost the majority of Android phones on the market, they kind of had a little two screws at the bottom. It feels like the Apple route a little bit, even though you can just unscrew it, pop the battery in and out. I really don't see people doing that, especially those who are not privileged to, let's say, work at a job or office where you have an outlet, and there's some employees who actually carry spare batteries to swap batteries out. They'll have a fully charged one, and boom, they'll take the cover off, and this device may not attract them because of that.
Well, all that you said is true. I'm saying, like, the phone is, at the price point and stuff like that, the phone is definitely worth the money. It's definitely worth the money. I just don't consider it like my main. I wouldn't consider it my main and only phone. It would more be like a secondary phone or a device to play around with, just to take advantage of, the price point that Google is putting that phone out there for.
Yeah, but me and you on CDMA anyhow, so we can't really make this our primary devices.
No, definitely not. Definitely not a primary device. No way. I heard you touch on Call of Duty, so you're choosing Call of Duty over Halo, I see.
Well, see, this is the thing, all right? I told some people at my job, and of course the Halo guys is gonna, backlash on me on that one. There's nothing wrong with Halo. I actually love Halo, and right now I would have to agree with the big guys' reviews like IGN and GameSpot, giving it a 9.8 and 9.0. It definitely deserves that score. Me personally, I'm not the Halo type, and I suck at Halo. But that's not taking anything away from the game. You know what I mean? Call of Duty is just more my style. That's it. So that's why I'm looking forward to Black Ops. And unfortunately, I've been falling into the hype as I look at these zombie trailers because I'm a huge zombie fan, and I'm falling more and more in love with the idea of Black Ops 2. The more and more I hear about zombies and what they're doing with the multiplayer.
Well, me being a Halo veteran and more of a Call of Duty adoptee, what are the highlights of this new Black Ops 2 that's supposed to be coming out tonight? What's the highlights about this game?
Well, okay, let's say they stole a game mode from Halo, multi-team, which I'm very excited about because once I played the face-off in Modern Warfare 3, I'm like, yo, this is pretty good. 1-on-1, 2-on-2, 3-on-3. But I was like, it'll probably be more exciting if you can throw in, like, the 2v2, v2v2, So now, with the multi-team, they have that. For the commentators, who pretty much we're going to get spammed on YouTube with, nothing but Call of Duty, especially people who only upload Call of Duty videos, I don't know why, they have codcasting. Special features specifically made for commentators where they can come into the match, commentate, not have to fight, and then they get all type of details like an overhead part of the map. You get to see who's on a kill streak. You get to hear the audio channels from the different teams to see if they're communicating properly. My only concerns about that is, will this be controlled in a way where a player can't abuse it and basically cheat for his team? You see what I mean? Like, he can be in a party in the codcasting mode and he can reveal to his boys or whatever, yo, such and such around the corner, be careful. I wonder if Call of Duty was, Treyarch per se, will catch this and somehow stop it.
Treyarch. I like Infinity War better. Question. So, Call of Duties, they have different titles, but they're all basically the same product, tweaked a little bit here and there. I want to know what makes this Black Ops 2 different and stand out from any of the other Call of Duties that have been out before.
Well, like I said, you don't know. All I can say right now is just based off what these companies is feeding me, what I'm looking at. Until I get the game in my hand and fully, properly assess it, I can't say. For what I think, yeah, we're getting a repackaged product, new skins, this and that. Added in a couple game modes, and they pretty much hyping it up with the new weaponry and all that. So I'm not going to sit here and say what stands out about it. Only thing I can say is that I'm liking what they're going with the zombies because I'm a huge zombies fan. But even that can probably still be the same exact repackaged engine, just new game modes and kind of, throwing little tweaks here and there, like you said. So until I, actually get it in my hand and really run this game to the ground, we can really have an in-depth review of that.
I think I need a career at Activision, man. Those guys are getting paid putting out the same game every single year, man. Yeah, I think I'm about to go apply to Activision and try to get a job because I don't understand. It seems good. I've seen like the futuristic look of the Black Ops 2. I haven't really checked it out because as I said, I'm a Halo veteran, so Halo's going to come first for me. But I'm kind of getting tired of the kill streak rewards and the guns, and it's like for example, in Modern Warfare 3, it seemed like every gun shot the same, the same amount of damage. The battles didn't seem as interesting as the previous Call of Duties. I think Call of Duty is gonna be at the end of its rope soon. They can't put this game out too many more times. A lot of people aren't gonna keep buying the same game. I think it needs a major overhaul and not just tweaks and a couple of different kill streaks. It's not gonna extend the life of the franchise for too much. But I definitely will, leech off a friend and try to borrow the Call of Duty Black Ops just to test it out, of course. But we'll see, and we'll see how the community responds to the game when they put it out.
Yeah, man, like I always tell people, man, people vote with their wallet. I mean, you could be correct in saying that it's the same game every year, but if people buying it, they're going to keep getting away with it. They're going to keep doing what they do. You vote with your wallet. Like, you spending money and investing to their product, they're going to keep pushing out. I mean, they listen to people, but ultimately it's how they go about doing their business. And if you start not buying the game and then you start making a lot of noise about it, then they're going to have to drastically change it around, So
yeah, one thing that's gonna hurt, man. All those Call of Duty fanboys are playing Halo right now. When that game comes out, my community is gonna get slashed in half. It's gonna kind of hurt.
Oh hell yeah, definitely. You're gonna lose a lot, like you said earlier. 1/3.
Yeah, just about about 1/3. I'm pretty sure we're gonna lose a lot of guys. You're still gonna have the hardcore Halo guys around, but
Of course.
those are the guys I hate playing because get my ass kicked. But you know, besides that, it's cool. I'll definitely test out the Call of Duty though, definitely.
Okay, and one last thing, I believe Verizon accidentally confirmed the Droid DNA. What are your thoughts on that?
Verizon. My thoughts on Verizon is I need some of that LTE because I'm stuck on Sprint, and these guys haven't, put any LTE towers up in my area yet. So I'm still doing the 3G thing. But this is a very good looking device, and I am pro Samsung all the way. But HTC, that I haven't bought an HTC phone since Windows Phone, a Windows mobile phone. It's putting out this new 5-inch screen tablet, smartphone, whatever you want to call it. So to me, these smartphones, these tablets, these notes and 5-inch devices are way too big to be pocket friendly. I don't really consider them a cell phone, even though they're sold as. Yeah, they're releasing this on Verizon. Looks really good. The specs are great. You should have no problem using this thing.
But it's funny. I just want to interrupt you there. Most people who owns these notes or these gigantic phones, they don't complain about it. Only people I ever hear say that the phone is too big are the people who do not own the device. So that's kind of funny to me.
Yeah, I can't imagine walking around with a Galaxy Note 2 in my pocket all day. I mean, you sit down, you're gonna see like a big rectangle bulging out of your jeans. I don't really, cause I thought the Galaxy S3, which I own now, was kind of big, but it's just barely comfortable to walk around with. I can't imagine walking around a Galaxy Note 2 or a 5-inch device every day. I'd rather just get a tablet.
Once you adjust, though, I believe, not for nothing, your S3 is going to look small, because in comparison, when I was comparing my S3 to friends at my job, his Note 2, and I was like, oh my God, my phone seems so scrawny.
Yeah, but the S3 is still the best mobile device in the world, man. You can check the sales on that. But this device that's coming out on Verizon Network, the great Verizon Networks phones, it is a pretty good device. It rivals the Note. I think it's the only competition that's out for the Note right now. I don't know of any other 5-inch devices that are out besides the Note.
Yeah, I mean, what is the device packing? We got a 1920 by 1080p 5-inch display. The Snapdragon S4 Pro, same as the Nexus 4, but it's clocked at 1.5 gigahertz. I believe that's the same as well. 2 gigs of RAM. That's like it's going to be like, I think going forward, that's going to be like an industry standard for phones coming out at this point and, leaping forward. 16 gig of internal storage and an SD card slot, something the Nexus should have never abandoned. The SD card slot, that's irksome to me. And it's going to come out with Jelly Bean 4.1, even though the Nexus 4 already announced 4.2, which we already know how that's going to go, especially when it's going to come with the HTC Sense, so it's going to be a little while before anybody sees the 4.2 who's planning on purchasing this device. My suggestion is, if you're interested in this device, I would wait till after January, after CES, where they announce all the new devices coming out for the year, and see what they're going to launch with and release before dwelling into this. If they release this around the holiday time, that's just my personal experience, but you're entitled to do what you want.
Yeah, this phone is definitely, the gadget is definitely on par with anything. You will have no problem using this device. The only thing that that's not mentioned about the device so far is battery life. That can be the only possibility thing that would make this device not worth getting. Once the battery life is on par and able to hold up, you have no problem using this device. But battery life is a big thing because without battery or having to charge your phone every 5 hours, that gets annoying really, really quick. So you just gotta wait and see when the phone gets released.
Yeah, my point exactly. And I want to throw in one more thing. The pixel per inch at the 1080p is 440, so that's way over retina display territory. So by PPI, this phone is outstanding. It blows any other device out of the water, once it hits the market.
Yes, definitely. Well,
yeah. So Bob, he has to go soon, and I'm pretty much going to wrap this video up, even though I wanted to keep it around the 5-7 minute mark, which probably ain't going to happen. This is Just Bob and Jay Silva from SNN Tech, and we out, y'all, later.
Nice chopping it up with you.
All right, man, take it easy.